Kenny, however much you want to dress it up, Saturday, I suppose, is an end-of-season game.
It is, and looking at both sides, one place between them, frustrating slightly for both teams, because aspirations of getting into the top six, opportunities as well in the last couple of months, and as you say, going into Saturday's game, they're not quite there. But you know, for us anyway, we want a strong finish. We've talked about it. I've talked about it in recent weeks. Disappointing at Bury last week. We have one chance to try to not necessarily put that right, but bounce back a little bit, finish optimistically, show all of our supporters at Fratton Park that you know, we mean business for next year and we want to go one better, and then we can assess the season properly. You know, myself as a manager, I don't want to just let the season fall away. So, you know, we're going to work really hard to try to push these players, drive them, make sure that we as a group put on a performance that is full of quality, full of endeavour, and get the right result and the finish to the season that we all want.
I suppose you can look at it and say, well, look, we can finish 8th, we can finish with a positive goal difference rather than 12th and with a negative goal difference.
Yeah, very much so. And for us anyway, if we're looking overall, a top 10 finish in this league is a solid season. We haven't been around the bottom half of the league. We haven't been around the relegation places. But obviously then we want to be pushing for promotion. That's our aim. So for this particular season, we want to make sure that the building blocks that we have put in place, we take forward. And that's very important during the summer. And all our aims and aspirations then come together next year, and we do everything we can to go one better.
Saturday a time for testing probably untested players, or is it staying with what you know and just getting a strong end to the season? Getting
a strong end to the season, I do feel that, and you know, the right people, the right balance at times during the season. For one reason or another, we haven't quite got the balance right, we haven't quite got the formula right. I do think that, and it's something that we need to improve on, myself and the staff. And so that will be the feature on Saturday, to make sure that we can maximise it. There'll be one or two changes, but you know, I don't think it's going to work on a one-off basis with wholesale changes.
Be a good test against a good team that have been up there with you all season.
Yeah, a lot of attacking ability. Peterborough, you know, obviously aspirations similar to ourselves this year and next year, so they'll be for their own reasons wanting to finish strong. And as I said, a lot of attacking potential in Peterborough's side. Everybody knows that, and we have to temper that, but mainly, you know, it's our home game. We want to impose ourselves on the opposition, and we want to go at them.
Any injury problems coming up?
No, we're okay. We'll be selecting from the same group. Alex Bass did have an ankle problem last week, but he's training today and is okay. You know, the likes of Danny Rose, Anton Walks, they won't quite make it this week, although they are quite close and over their injuries, which generally is good news. Good news for them through the summer in terms of their work, and then good news for them going into pre-season. But for our group, it will be the same group we've been operating with, no additions.
Cal Naismith out there training. One would suggest he's in the squad as well.
He is, yes, definitely, and hopefully, you know, can get fresh energy and if needed. And when he's needed, help us to win on Saturday. It's a big one.
Lovely day for it, so thanks, Kenny.
Yeah, it's
Cheers,
a big
mate.
one for us to be able to you know, try and train here today and see if we can just maybe gain a slight advantage, get used to the surface. It's an excellent surface here, and you know, a really sunny day. So, you know, we have to really focus on Saturday and make sure that you know, we give our home crowd a really good send-off.